Hello, my most beautiful friends in the entire world. For today's video, I am so excited because we're reviewing not one Arttitude Cosmetics palette, but we're reviewing two Arttitude Cosmetics palettes. I have 4 looks. That's right, 4 looks to do for you guys today to show off these beautiful palettes right here. So you guys want to see how I got these 2 eye looks plus another 2 eye looks, well then definitely keep on watching. Alrighty guys, so we're going to be starting off with the Urban palette right here from Arttitude Cosmetics. This says, the Urban Neutrals palette contains 16 gorgeous eyeshadows with 4 unique textures, 11 buttery, easy to blend mattes, 2 gorgeous high definition foils, 2 soft duochromes with a subtle color shift, and 1 metallic multichrome with an intense color shift. Now, I had said earlier this year that Arttitude Cosmetics was definitely a brand that people should be paying attention to. This is going to be a UK-based indie brand, and it is a female-owned indie brand. The owner is incredibly sweet. She goes live on TikTok quite often, packing orders. So if you order during her TikTok live, you can watch your order get packed. She's so incredibly sweet, and she creates some phenomenal palettes, and her formula is spectacular. So here is going to be the neutral palette right here. And I first saw this, I was like, is this neutral? Like, there is some neutral shades in here, but like at the same time, is there more colorful than neutral? I don't really know, but all I know is that I do think it's actually really gorgeous. I love the layout of the color story, and I definitely want to do 2 looks with this palette because there's so many different shades in here that I'm like, I have to play with. We have to play with. So we're going to go ahead and get our eye base going. I'm going to go into my Sigma eye base in the shade Ignite right here, and we're going to do, like I said, 2 fun different eye looks. I think I'm going to do like more of like a blue eye look and probably like a purple eye look because these shades are just calling to me. I feel like I want to play with every single one of like these shimmer shades because they're freaking gorgeous. Now there's only going to be 4 shimmers in here. There's only going to be 5 shimmers in here and the rest are all mattes. So it definitely does give you a wide range of like different matte shades you can play with in terms of like dimension and transition and stuff like that. So start off with this shade right here called Rooftop. And we're going to put this like in our crease shade. I just want to take a minute to thank everybody who has been so patient and kind to me. Last week, I have barely been around. I have barely been around. I have so much going on in my personal life. We had a very, 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 very unexpected loss in our lives, mine and Corey's, and it has been very hard. So we are just trying to manage as best as we can. And I'll kind of go over more of that in like a get ready with me style video because I have like new makeup from like the Sephora haul. I never tried out for you guys, stuff I got in PR that I genuinely want to try out for you guys. So I'm just going to film that like in a testing new makeup, what's going on in my life situation. That way I could just kind of update you guys there because I feel like that'd be too long to do it here. But we just have had so much going on, and I just really want to thank everybody who, like I said, has been so patient and kind and just been so incredibly sweet. It's been a year. That's all I'll say is that it's definitely just been a year, and last week was really hard. It was a really, really hard week. So we are just kind of coping as best as we can. But I'm going to lay this right here. There really isn't as much fallout. I mean, I have some fallout right here in the face, but there's a lot of kick up in the pan, but it is laying down nicely. So I'm just going to put this right here. And then I am going to take a different brush to kind of blend it out. First time I ever discovered Arttitude Cosmetics was when they did their Man-Eater palette, and the graphic on it would like really caught my attention. It was like half lion, half female. It was so freaking like half tiger, half female. It was so cool. I really, really like was captivated by the palette. And then they asked if they could send it to me, and I was like, oh my god, yes. And they did, and I fell in love with their formula. So this is like my 4th palette playing with them at this point. And I'm still just kind of blown away with how nice everything is. I'm going to go into the shade right here called Skyscraper to help to blend that out even more. But seriously, they have some incredible, incredible formula. I'm going to take a little bit of Fresh just to help to go on top of that right there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that same shade. And I really hope this works. In my head, it's going to work. We're going to go right back in. Like I said, there's definitely a lot of kick up in the pan. But we're going to go back in that same Rooftop shade. And we're just going to put this right here very lightly because I really want to play with some of these like shimmer shades that are in here. I just feel like these would be so freaking beautiful. So I'm just going to tap that right there. And then I am going to go ahead and put on some glitter glue. Typically, I like to just try without glitter glue, but I have been on this just kick lately where it's just like I've been laying down glitter glue. It's been working out so nicely. So if you guys have not seen, I just recently posted my huge primer, foundation, concealer, and setting powder declutter. I got rid of almost 50% of my entire collection and it felt so good. And I haven't even touched the rest of my collection, but I'm so eager to go back into it because I love a good declutter. We're going to go in the shade right here called City. I want you guys to see how gorgeous this is. Look at how beautiful that is. It's such a stunning, stunning, stunning like multi-chrome. Anyway, I absolutely, oh my God, the shimmer in here is just unreal. Wait till you guys see me put the camera next to this or like my mirror next to you so you guys can see the way that this shifts. But anyway, I literally have just been so, it's my dog, so eager to do like my declutter just because I'm barely able to get into like my second drawer, which is like my blushes, my highlighters, and bronzers. I've been barely able to get into that drawer. So I'm really eager to just go through there, clear things out, give away what I can, donate what I can. Like I just love a good declutter. And I love how much like you guys love declutters too. Because I'm gonna be really real. I do not watch makeup content. I just really don't. But I will watch people's declutters because I'm a nosy person and I want to be like, ooh, what you got in your collection? And like, what are you getting rid of? Like I get so nosy. So I will always watch a good declutter because I just feel like declutters are just so like fascinating to watch. So I love that you guys love them just as much as me. Color and dimension of this. Oh, I wish my camera would do justice. My camera can never, ever, ever do justice. It's so frustrating. Okay, then next to that, I'm going to go into the shade right here called Penthouse. This really beautiful, like beautiful shimmer shade. Like, again, the camera cannot pick up the beautiful, okay, there we go. The beautiful quality of this, it is just phenomenal. So we're going to take that and we're going to put this all, oh my God, look at that, all right here. Like, this is so pretty. Like, I wish you guys could see what it looks like in person. I don't know what's coming off on camera or not. I honest to God, I mean, I wish I had a better camera. My camera is so old. I've had this camera, I want to say, since like 2018. It's a Canon Rebel T6i. They don't even make this camera anymore. This was like a special limited edition camera that my husband bought for me. This is when they still had iPhone 7. So that gives you any indication how old this camera is. And whenever people ask me for like camera recommendations, I'm always like, ugh, like I don't want to give you my camera recommendation because it's old and I don't want you to like to have this, and they don't even make this camera anymore. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and lay down the base for the other eye. So the other eye, I think we're gonna go more of like a purple black route because I'm trying to branch out and do other colors besides just my normal like greens, oranges, and stuff like that. I want to branch out. I really love how my eyes look every time I play with purple, even though it's so funny because like purple is like one of the few favorite shades, one of the few shades I'm still not the biggest fan to play with. But you guys always love whenever I do it, and then whenever I do it, I'm like, damn, this is really pretty. And I'm always like, why do I hesitate every time? Okay, so for this eye, we're gonna go in the shade right here called Nightlife, and we're gonna go ahead and place that right into our crease area. The idea that I have for this, I really, really, really hope that this works. I don't know. I'm kind of like second guessing myself. So we're going to place this right here and we're just going to lightly, oh, definitely some fallout with this one. That's okay. We're going to lightly just put this into our transition area. Okay. I'm going to take again a little bit of that shade again called Fresh. Oh my God. Go back to the shade called Fresh. Yo, why do I do that? Oh my gosh. That's wild that I always drop stuff. It's going to be messy. We're going to trust the process, Allie. Okay, we're going to trust the process, Allie, because I don't trust this right now. But we're going to go into the shade right here called Grunge. Okay, this black shade. We're going to trust this process. I pray that I do it justice of what I am envisioning. We are just literally packing the shade just right here. Very lightly. Just right here in the outer corner, okay? We are not doing anything else with this, laying this right here. Right there. Then we're going to go in the shade right here called Underground. Now this shade is really beautiful. I'm going to hold it up against the mirror. This is definitely going to be one of those foil shades. It does feel more like pressed glitter than foil in my personal opinion. It feels like glitter. I don't see the foil-esque of it. I think the shade that I laid right here, I think that's definitely a foil. And I think Central is definitely foil, but this feels like a pressed glitter. Even though it doesn't say anything about pressed glitter being on this palette, it says that there are 2 gorgeous high definition foils, 2 soft duochromes with a subtle color shift, and 1 multi-chrome. Then these have to be the 2 soft duochromes. They have to be. They feel like glitter. They feel like pressed glitter. But we're gonna lay this right here. Okay, and yes, I'm gonna go over that black because we're gonna blend the matte black shade right on top of that. We're going to lay this right here. Then we're going to go into this beautiful like icy lavender shade called Downtown. This shade is just so gorgeous. It is so icy, so lavender. And we're going to start to place this right here. That shade is just phenomenally beautiful. That shade is just absolutely gorgeous. And we're going to put this right here. Really sure, but it is so pretty, and they kind of like complement each other a little bit. So I am going to go ahead and clean this up. We're going to go ahead and throw on some lashes, the rest of my face. We'll come back to do the under eye together before we move on to the second palette in this collection. But first impressions, I do think this is really beautiful. The shadows are laying down incredibly nicely. This is why I keep saying this is a brand you guys have got to pay attention to, because I'm telling you, this brand is going to go far. All right, guys, now the eyes are on. I poked my eye with my tweezers, so my eye won't stop watering. Has anyone ever done that before? Let me tell you right now, it is not a very pleasant feeling to poke your eye with a tweezer. So my eye will not stop watering at the moment. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. Okay, I think I should be okay. I think. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and finish off the under eyes together. But first off, I want to just take a moment to appreciate like how beautiful this is. I wonder if my camera will pick it up now. Possibly, like, do we see anything? Is the mirror reflecting anything at all? I won't know until I'm editing. But do you guys see anything? What about over here? Can you see anything at all? I can't tell if you can tell. I can't tell if you can tell. Coming up on camera. Okay, so we're going to finish off the under eyes. So for this eye, I think I'm going to go into the shade right here called Streets, because I feel like brown would be really pretty. I love a good brown with blue. I feel like it's a really good combination together. So we're just going to lightly go underneath my waterline with that. Very lightly. I'm just going to go right here. Hopefully it will blend out nicely. I really am hoping it'll blend out nicely, but to be fair, I did just like poke this shit out of my eye with my tweezers. So she doesn't want to blend. That's on my eye, not on this, because we already established that I can blend really well up there. And then I think I'm going to lightly take the shade right here called Concrete to like mesh with it. For this eye, we're going to go in the shade right here called Urban. We're going to place that right under the waterline. And then I'm going to take this shade right here called Metropolis. And we're going to blend that right underneath that. Alrighty, then to finish off the look, we're going to go into this shade right here called Central. It's a really, really beautiful like foil shade. This is going to go between like a light blue to purple shade. It's really pretty. I feel like it's going to complement both inner corners. So we're going to go ahead and just place this right here. Look at how gorgeous that is. All right, so this is how the shade looks. This is so beautiful. Let's see if I could do a close-up of my mirror so you guys can see like this shift. It is so, so stunning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do my lips off camera. I'm going to come back to give you guys my first impressions of the Urban palette before we move on to the Vintage palette. Alrighty guys, so here is the final look right here. I have to say this Urban palette is absolutely beautiful. It's truly beautiful. Like, even though it says urban neutrals, there is definitely a great mix of colorful shadows in here that you can create so many different looks with. I love the way that the mattes laid down. They were so pigmented. Definitely had fallout, not only on the like in the pan but on the face as well, but it was easy to blend out. But it's the shimmers. It's the shimmers and dual chromes and like the multi-chromes in here that are absolutely fantastic. I mean, I just love the way that they reflect on the lid. They're so beautiful. I love this look right here. I feel like I can do so much with this look. But then I also like love this look right here. This is definitely like a date night look right here. That lilac, like lavender purple. I think it's such a beautiful palette. I'm wondering if like further away, can you guys see the shadows for what they are? Nope, nope. Still can't get picked up. That is so annoying. Well, you can kind of see it on this one. So annoying. But I will say the palette, and I will say this palette is actually really, really beautiful. I love the artwork. I love the way that my eye look came out. I just think it's a really, really fun palette. So with that said, let's go ahead and move on to the vintage neutral palette. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the vintage neutral palette right here. This says the vintage neutral palette has 16 gorgeous eyeshadows with 4 unique textures, 11 buttery, easy to blend mattes, 2 gorgeous high definition foils, 2 soft duochromes with a subtle color shift, and 1 metallic multichrome with intense color shift. Now, I will say I absolutely love the outside packaging of this. I think it's so freaking cute. Like, it's such a throwback to, like, I don't know. Would you say this is like the 50s? I feel like this could be like the 50s, right? Like 50s, 40s, 50s? I feel like 50s. This is such a throwback. And then the color story on the inside definitely reminds me of like a spring vibe. I don't really know if I would classify this as vintage or neutral, but you know what, to be fair, I also really wasn't around at that time. Although I will say I love the 50s culture. They had some great music, some great taste in clothing, and I just love how different the world was then. I mean, men used to court you. They would court you, but then they'd also ask you like to be your wife, like on, I swear to God, the third date. People back then got married like 4 months into a relationship. I could not imagine marrying at 18, 4 months into my relationship. Oh my God, no! Like, ugh. And then they never divorced. So I don't know how they did it. I don't know how they did it, you know? But I'm really excited to play with this today. We're gonna do 2 different looks. I really want to play with some of these foils. I want to do like a pastel springy vibe, and maybe like a pastel or like a springy vibe look. I don't know. I want to have fun. So, anywho, I literally filmed with the Urban palette over a week ago. It has been 1 week since I filmed with this palette. I originally intended this video to go live last week, but when I received the collection, I didn't really have too much information on how much the price point of how much these palettes retail for, when the launch date was, when the launch date was. So I generally had kind of no idea what I was going in for. So I filmed the Urban one, and then I filmed my like new makeup releases like shortly after. And I remember I reached out to the owner of the brand. I was like, hey, this is what I'm doing. And I'm going to, I'm filming this. I'm filming the second one tomorrow. And she was like, oh, that's awesome. And she let me know that they were doing a separate reveal for the collection. I was like, oh, okay. I generally did not expect that. I did not know there's going to be 2 different like reveals for the collection. So I kind of got thrown off. I'm going to go in the shade right here called Vintage. And we're going to stamp that just along the outer edge. I kind of got thrown off because I generally expected myself to film this on a Sunday and then film the next one on a Monday. And then that ended up like not happening because of the fact that they were doing a reveal date a week apart, which I don't really know why they did that. I kind of wish they would just revealed it all at one time, but they chose to reveal it separately, which is completely fine. So I don't even remember what I said in my last video. It has kind of just been a real whirlwind over here. We just have a lot going on behind the scenes, and we just have a lot going on behind the scenes. I don't really know, like I said, what I talked about in my last video. So all I know is that I am literally just taking it one day at a time. I know that I filmed my like, kind of like an update on life and what was going on with me, and kind of letting you guys into just a glimpse of what's happening behind the scenes in my personal life. And you guys have been so sweet in that video. When I did like my testing new makeup, letting you guys know, you guys are so sweet. You know, it's always so hard to kind of open up and be so vulnerable because you just don't really know how people are going to react to it. And I just wanted to share my story and be like, hey man, life sucks right now. Life absolutely sucks. I'm going to go in the shade right here called Classic. I love a good mint green shade. They're always so freaking pretty. But you don't really know how people on the internet are going to react to your story. Like, people are so quick to judge. And I just, wanted to just say, hey, this was kind of going on. Life sucks, and there's really nothing I can do about it except just take it one day at a time, and that's all I've been doing. And you guys have been so sweet and so patient and just so supportive, and it just really means the world to me. Not only have you guys been amazing, but my Patreon members have been truly just a godsend to me, and it's just been, it's been rough. Life has not been easy, But I'm hanging in there. I appreciate all the advice that you guys have given me. I appreciate so many of you guys actually reaching out to me in my DMs and sharing your stories with me about your own personal struggles in your life, how you guys have overcome it, or how you guys sought help, how you guys have taken medication. Like, you guys really just have been so amazing. And like, I don't know, like, I don't know what I expected, but I guess I didn't expect the outflow of love that came out of that video. And it just seriously means the world to me, because at the end of the day, I'm a girl that started this channel years ago because I have a love for makeup, and I just wanted to have my own little safe space on the internet where we can all come together and just share a love for makeup. And I feel like this community turned into so much more than that. I see you guys being so sweet to each other in the comments section. I see like my Patreon members have become friends in like real life, and it's just really cool to see how something like as simple as makeup can bring people together. And I really love it, and it's why I continue to come back to this every single day. Now, granted, this channel and what I'm doing right now is not where I want it to be in life, but you know what? I'm still beyond grateful for it, and it's all because of you guys. So I just wanted to say that. So thank you so much for just all the love you guys have given me. It seriously has just meant the world and has not gone unnoticed, and I just really want you guys to know that. Love and pastel shades blend together really nicely. I am going to take this shade right here called Muted, and we're going to kind of just blend the top of that together. Now, I probably should have laid a color base down with this, but I didn't. I wanted to just try this out for itself. It's really pretty, really light and easy. And it's going to be probably like a stark difference to like what I'm going to film on this eye, like what look I'm doing on that eye. Then for the inner corner, we're going to go into the shade right here called Glamour. This is such a beautiful, beautiful like duochrome foil. Like, camera will never do the, do you guys see that? Camera never does these things justice, I swear. So stunning. Now, the reason I went in with this shade is because it does have a really pretty like green reflect to it. It has like a mint green shift, but it's kind of hard to tell in person. Like, I kind of see pink, but I also see that mint green. So I just feel like this would be really pretty. So hopefully it turns out nicely. Right now, it's not looking as such, but we're gonna make this work. Yeah, I'm not really satisfied with how this is turning out. I'm gonna wipe this, and we're gonna try something different. All right, we're gonna figure something else out because this isn't like really working the way that I want it to. So let me wipe this off. Okay, on to round number 2. That glitter is really holding on. So now we're gonna go to the shade right here called Fashion. We're gonna go a different route. We're gonna go to the shade right here called Fashion. We're gonna see if this works. I loved the Urban palette, so I'm hoping that this one will work for me just a little bit more. I thought the Urban one was absolutely fantastic. And it's so funny because when I wore that in my last, when I wore that in my new makeup releases, I've had some of you guys ask me what is on my eyes. And I'm just like, you guys will see. All right, so let's lay this down very lightly. We're just going to kind of put this in the crease here. Wow, look at all that. Like, do you guys see that? Oh my God. It's everywhere. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, all right, I'm going to go back into that mint shade right here because I feel like mint would be really pretty to put right on top of that. So we're going to blend out the outer edges with that shade. I'm going to go back in that first shade one more time just to kind of deepen up the area. It is blending, but I feel like it's so hard to tell on camera, but like in person, I can see how it is softly blending into each other, but like from here, it just looks like it's such a harsh line, but I'm like, no, but it is blending, I swear. Right, I'm going to go into the shade right here called Glamour one more time. We're going to see if I can make this work. Like, this color be really pretty. Like, it's laying down so nicely. I'll have to show like a close-up of like the multi-chrome moment so you guys can see like how beautiful this actually really is. Can you guys see? Okay, so in person, I see that green. You see that green right there? In person, I can literally see it being like a green shift. But for some reason, my camera is making it look really, really pinky. But like in person, it does like have that beautiful like multi-chrome shift. So I think it looks really pretty. For some reason, it's just not showing up in camera as it is in person, and it's just driving me a little crazy. But you know what? It is what it is. We're gonna make this work. Okay, now we're gonna do the other eye since I'm having difficulty with this eye. Just not wanting to necessarily work with me, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm going to stress myself out over this. So now we're going to go into this eye right here. I kind of want to play with purple again because I've been really trying to get into purples. So we're going to go in like a purple look. I feel like it'd be really pretty. So let me go ahead and quickly fill this in with my Sigma. So I'm going to go into the shade right here called Anastasia. And we're going to put this all over our crease area. And then we're going to softly blend that out. I really hope what I have in Vision works. Otherwise, well, it's my fault. Because if the shadows are performing beautifully, I'm just having an off makeup day. All right, I'm going to take this shade right here called Chic to blend right on top of that. This really pretty, like, pinkish orange shade. We're going to go right here to kind of blend that with that. I don't know if these colors really go together, but you know, we're trying something a little different, so we'll just see how this works out. Maybe we should just trust the process. Maybe we should just trust the process because right now I'm not trusting the process. It looks so messy, but let's try to trust the process. Let's try to trust the process because I'm failing at my own self. Okay. I'm gonna take the same purple shade. And we're just gonna put this right here. Just lightly on the outer. And then I'm going to go into the shade right here called Retro. It's a really pretty like orange shade. I don't know how I feel about this, guys. Okay, let's put this right here. It's another like dual chrome shade, so let's hope that this works out. Cool. It has green reflex in it. Did not know that. Well, now I do. All right, and then I'm going to take the shade right here called Antique. And we are going to put that right next to that shade. This beautiful like gold shimmer. We're going to put this right here. It kind of looks nice, but like it doesn't. If you guys hear Callie in the background, I'm sorry. She is slowly going deaf. Even though I tell her all the time I'm in here, she doesn't want to come in here when I film because she likes to have her freedom. She does not like being trapped. And I do not blame her. But, yeah. If you guys hear her in the background, I'm sorry. Let me see if I can clean this up. Okay, so this is how we're looking so far. I don't really know how I feel about it. We're going to throw on some lashes and I'm going to come back to do the under eye together. And then we're going to kind of go from there. So I'll be back. Okay, so now that the makeup is on, I actually think the eyes are actually turning out to be really pretty. It's just, I guess, a little different. For my lips, I did just go in with the Makeup Forever lip liner in the shade Limitless Brown, and then I topped it off with the ABH Chestnut Velvet Lip. I think it's a really pretty like holiday lip. So now we're just gonna finish off the eyes. So for this side, I think I'm gonna take the shade right here called Timeless. And we're going to softly blend it out with the shade called Era right here. And then we're going to go into that beautiful shade right here called Vintage to try to bring the two looks together. So I'm just going to go into the shade called Timeless. And we're going to softly place that right here along the waterline. Okay, and then I'm going to take that shade called Vintage to help to blend that out. Okay, then for this eye, I'm going to take the shade right here called Old School. We're going to take Old School and then I'm going to blend it out with a shade called Vibes and then possibly Muted. I'm trying to use as much of this palette as I can, but let's go in with this one. I'm going to stamp that along here. All right, let's go with that pink shade called Vibes. Run this right along the waterline. So for the inner corner on this eye, I think I'm going to take this shade called Downtown, and we're going to put that in the inner corner of this eye. I am going into the Urban palette because I feel like I don't really have a good inner shade moment. So we're going to go in the shade called Downtown, this really beautiful like icy lavender shade. And I'm going to put this right here. I feel like it'd be so pretty right here. And then for this eye, I'm going to go in the shade right here called City because it's such a gorgeous, gorgeous multi-chrome. I'm going to go into City right here. That's perfect. Okay, before I throw on some eyeliner, I just want to see if you guys can see how multi-dimensional these shades really are. So like, I don't know if it's picking up on camera, like just how beautiful like that that duochrome is on this outer V, because like in person I can see we're kind of switched to like a purple. I wonder if I do like a flashlight, would that help? Ooh, do you guys see that sparkle in the lid? That is so pretty. And then over here, it's so hard to tell because I can't see myself, but I don't know if you guys can see like how beautiful these shades like truly are. Truly so stunning. So stunning. I love that sparkle. So I'm gonna throw on some white liner, maybe some black liner, and I'm gonna come back and to give you guys my thoughts on the vintage neutral palette. So I'll be right on back. Alrighty guys, so here is the final look. You know, at first I was kind of questioning it, like, I don't know, but then I remember to trust the process, and I actually kind of like how this came out. So this is how the one eye looks. I do think it's really pretty. I still think it's not my most favorite look, but I do think it's really pretty. But I actually really love how this eye look came out. I think it's really smoky. I think it's a great like holiday-esque look, and I feel like it matches this lip really, really perfectly. So to me, this is a really pretty like eye look. Now, is this my favorite palette out of the two? Surprisingly not. This is not my favorite palette out of the two. I think I do prefer the Urban palette a little bit over this one, but either way, this is still really beautiful. I love the formula in here. The mattes are super pigmented, very easy to work with, and blends really nicely. There's definitely a little kick up in the pan, a little bit fallout on the face, but it's the foils and the shimmers that really get to me. They are so buttery and creamy. They blend like a dream. I have said this in multiple videos when playing with Arttitude Cosmetics. I think this is a brand that people need to be paying attention to. I think this is the next up and coming hot indie brand because the formula speaks for themselves. The color story speaks for themselves. The packaging, even down to the owner going live on TikTok, packing everyone's order, being so incredibly sweet. I think this brand really is going to be the next hot indie brand, and I think this palette is beautiful. So out of the two, I would say out of the two, I think my favorite artwork out of the two is the Urban palette, but I think if I had to choose just one to get, I think out of the two, I probably would pick the Urban palette. Surprisingly enough, I probably pick the Urban palette. I feel like this color story just resonates with me more. I love like the multi-chromes in here. I love how they're like the holographic looks in here. They're so pretty, such a fun palette to work with. And I think they really do have such opposite effects each other, and I think they're just so beautiful. Okay guys, so these palettes actually do retail for €39.99, which I think roughly translates to about $42 US. So these will retail about $40 each. I don't know there's gonna be bundles on these. If there is, that'd be amazing, but if there's not, they are gonna retail for about $42 each. There's also gonna be brush set. The brush set does retail for I think for around $26, $27 US. And this is actually gonna be launching on November 28th at 12 p.m. GMT, which will be 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I actually do have an affiliate code with the brand. If you guys use code Allie, you guys will save 10% off these palettes and off this collection. And I have to say, I absolutely do love Arttitude Cosmetics. Thank you so much to Arttitude Cosmetics for sending both palettes my way. I'm super excited. I love all four looks. Let me know down below what palette you guys are gravitating to the most. But that, my most beautiful friends, is it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already. So I do post 3 to 4 videos every single week. Make sure you guys head over to my other channel to Offer to Life. You guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures, my amazing husband, Corey. And as always, the biggest thank you goes to these beautiful, wonderful Patreon members you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribed, you guys did not subscribe. Either way, thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, guys, I love you, and I'll see you guys in my very next video.